Hi, everyone, and welcome to Mini Mindful Moment number 8, where we are talking about why what we want is right, but not complete. So, I want to share some slides with you. I am not as perky as I normally would be today because we found out this past Friday that my husband's brother, my brother in law, died in a very tragic hiking accident. And so it's it's a hard day. I'm just going to say that. And I decided to go ahead and do the mini mindful moment because it's a way for me to get centered and open that to you so that you can get centered. And then as you get centered, that helps me be centered. And so I'm looking at this as a way of both helping and getting support at the same time. So I want to go ahead and share some slides with you that I put together. And open up the Zoom room so that I can see any of you who come in to join me. So again, why you need to know what you want is kind of where this started, and why what you want is right, but not complete. So I'm Karen. I am a leadership coach who loves guiding people through mindfulness practices that build their leadership presence and capacity. And you can actually join me in my Zoom room for a quick debrief and Q&A. I go from Zoom into LinkedIn for the live stream. So you come into Zoom to actually get face-to-face time with me where um, if you're watching this live, we can talk about how this is going for you and I can answer questions. So all of our mini mindful moments are guided by a tool that I created called the IMX Compass, which is based on the rhythm of the seasons and the days of which we are all a part of and we can all relate to. So it's a way of providing a common ground for us to come from. So I provided an experience of the compass in the first mini mindful moment that I offered. So if you missed that, you can go back to that and experience it when you get a chance. A link to that is in the description. All the past mini mindful moments are available to you. So now we're in the season of spring in the east of the compass. And in the East, it's where it's important to be clear about where you're taking your life, your life personally or your team or your organization. You want to be clear about what you want to see happening to the extent that you can. You can't be clear about everything, right? But you can be clear about where you're headed. And I encourage everyone that I work with to clarify their wants in an ongoing way, no matter what level you are or you work at in an organization. I think of clarifying your wants as being clear about your creative expression, how you want to express your gifts, your talents, your authentic you in the world. So practically in an organization, your wants are what allow, say, an executive to provide clear direction, or it could be anybody to have clear direction in their life. It's what allows managers to clarify their expectations of the people that work for them. And what allows employees to engage in work that leverages their strengths. So you want to be using your gifts. You'll feel more confident when you're using your strengths. So knowing what you want is how you can get clear about where you're headed and what needs to be done. And this kind of clarity can be problematic because it can be mixed up with a need to be right. You can see the drama triangle here. And this is a part of the drama we all get caught up in. And it can end up leading to power struggles in how we move forward. So all of us, again, have a need to be right, especially high achieving experts. And it's important to know that this need to be right comes from, I think of it as like our small ego selves, or you could think of it as reactive. It's drama at play. And these aspects of ourselves formed in childhood, inserting their need for life to be safe and predictable. When we're children, that's really important. And it also gets reinforced in our schooling that emphasizes the need to have the right answer or produce the right results. So, for example, engineers, this is the next slide, engineers need things to be right for their products to work. So, like this image here of an architectural drawing, right? There are certain areas of work and life where right wrong discernment is needed. But if that's your only mode of operating, your options are going to be severely limited. And more than that, anxiety is often the result of pressure to make the right decision and fear of making a wrong decision. So, stubbornly insisting on your right way can lead to like transactional relationships in this diagram here. So here's you, and there's your manager, your colleague saying to you, "Give me what I need," and that can feel very transactional and not caring. And it also confines different possibilities that could happen because of fear of discomfort and conflict and all this and this right wrong dynamic that we can get into. So, your truth is just really important to know. We can experience this in our mindfulness practices. Your truth is a truth, not the truth. It is a truth. Your perspective and your wants and your needs, they are but one thread in the weaving of the fabric of your work and life. So, your story is your story, but it's not the whole story. And on the other hand, I've seen a lot of people who do open up to not being right. They really want to connect and they want things to be harmonious, almost to a fault. And what can happen there is when anything goes, you start to lose focus on what you want and what you really want to achieve. So the challenge then becomes, how do I hold on to what I know to be true without needing to be right about it? Like hold it lightly while also staying open to new perspectives and possibilities. So, the answer to that question comes from one of my favorite lines of poetry by Rumi, which is, "Out beyond wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there." So, only by knowing that there's something more than what you know to be true can you reach these territories where creativity and innovation together beyond these fixed ideas that we may have are possible. So, what we're going to explore today is meeting in that field from a both and perspective where everyone eventually can get what they want or something better. So, let's go ahead and have you go into practice with me. Get comfortable letting the information that I just shared sink in, flow through, however you want to relate to it, and notice how you're showing up. Feel free to move around if you want. These mindfulness practices, for the most part, can be done walking, sitting, lying down. You can close your eyes if you would like. And as you would turn your attention and awareness inward, notice your thoughts. Just notice them and let them float by like the weather. And notice your feelings. Notice your body, the physicality of you, the heft of you, the relaxing into your seat or your feet if you're walking, or your back if you're lying down. And notice your breath, that natural exchange between the inner you and the outer world. And as you notice your breath in and out, notice the aliveness that that breath brings with it, the energy of you. And let yourself feel the aliveness and energy of you throughout your whole body. And allow this energy to drop through your body. Notice there's always more, right? As you drop energy through the bottom of your feet and into the ground, it doesn't go away. There's always more energy. And feel what it feels like to be connected with the earth through the bottom of your feet or your back, where you're held safe. And notice your breath again. And this time, let your breathing and awareness of your breathing take you into your center, wherever you notice your center to be. And let yourself relax and open to that new energy that's flowing to and through you. And allow your body to relax from head down your body, through your body to your toes. And let yourself feel the center of your being, the whole of you and the center of you. That center of aliveness that's bigger than your thoughts. It's actually bigger even than your body. It doesn't just stay in your center, it radiates. Your aliveness radiates around you. You might experience this aliveness as a warmth. It could be a buzzing. It might be a quiet, calm space, spaciousness. You'll know this is you being in and with your aliveness, the essence of you, your soul. It includes your thoughts and feelings and body. It includes that in you. And it's deeper than that. That's not all there is. So let yourself and this energetic part of you that touches all aspects of you, let yourself be as big as you can possibly be, energetically, aliveness wise. To the degree that you can sense this or not, it may be, again, imagination. It may feel real. It doesn't really matter. Just let yourself be with it. And now I want you to think about a time that it was frustrating. Think of like in the last week or so. Think of a time that was frustrating where you knew you were right. So it could have been annoying or disappointing. You may have felt a sense of betrayal. You may have noticed someone else being a hypocrite, like, or you maybe were being a hypocrite. But usually it's where someone else's drama is being dumped on you. And let yourself be with this situation as a witness, just noticing your frustration and that need to be right. You might notice feelings that are really sticky, like it feels like you're getting sucked in to the pain or frustration of the situation. Just know those feelings are just a tiny part of what's going on here. They're not the only thing going on. So, in this moment, I invite you to feel how you, the energy essence of you, is bigger than any drama that might be happening. And from this, it could be a bigness, it could be just a glimmer. And it doesn't have to even be big. But what I want you to know is that this essence of you and energy of you allows you to see things differently. So notice this frustrating situation from your aliveness. And notice your need to be right about what's going on. Because you've seen this before. You've been through this frustration before. You know how things can go wrong. So let yourself be with your need to be right as a witness. Just noticing. You might notice the satisfaction of being right because you know you're right, right? The certainty of knowing. Yeah. And in this, you might notice your need to control the situation and what happens. If you go a little farther, you might even notice a need to protect yourself from being hurt yet again. Just notice what's going on. So let yourself feel compassion for your need to be right and all that goes with that. And again, know that you're bigger than that need to be right, bigger than the story you've been telling. And let yourself continue to have some distance from this as you can, from this frustrating situation. The fact is, you are right. And as you think about what you know to be right and what you know to be true, here's my dog. Ask yourself, what do you want in this situation? What's important to you? As you can. And hold on to this knowing. And remember that there's always more going on. So let yourself relax now and be open to more. And ask yourself about this situation. What assumptions are you making about the person or people at play or about yourself? What beliefs are at play? What are you believing about the person or people? And what other explanations or stories might be possible? There's always more going on. So if you let go of your need to be right, what else might be possible? So, right now, in this moment, in the silence, let's make space for other possibilities. So, notice your thoughts, notice your feelings, your body and breath and aliveness. And from the depths of yourself, to whatever extent you can feel that, from the bigness of you or the glimmer of essence that you might be feeling, what's emerging now? What really, from a deeper place, seems most important to you now? Notice how spacious it can be in the here and now as you hold that, whatever it is that you want. Notice how in the space that's here, there's room for what matters to you and for what matters to others. This is the spacious territory of both and thinking and perspective. It truly is a space out beyond wrongdoing and right doing. And it is a field of energy and spaciousness, creativity and innovation. So, how might you create new stories with others in this space out beyond wrongdoing and right doing, where everyone can eventually get what they need and even want in this kind of creative experience together? So, as you go through the day, my invitation to you is to, and let me go ahead and share again, is to simply notice your need to be right and let go and let yourself breathe some space into that situation as you can. And then, of course, if you want to know more about how to be in this kind of both and mindset and perspective, you can join me in the Define Your True Self course. I will add a link to that to the description of this video. And as I and all of my family are in the memory of Paul Tax, I trust that he is in that space of aliveness and out beyond wrongdoing and right doing. I certainly can feel him. So I hope all of you have a wonderful rest of the day. Okay, take care.